Hey, what's up my peoples? I'm back with another action figure video review, and today we're going to be taking... my tongue decides to stop working already. Okay. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Bandai Model Kit 1/12 scaled General Grievous. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. And there is some rattling around in here, because I do have... all the sprues in here, so they're all going to be thrown away. But right up front here, we have the Cyborg General, looking all menacing, wielding 4 lightsabers, throwing his cape on the ground. General Grievous 1/12 scale plastic model kit. On this side, pretty picture, General Grievous, Star Wars. Oh, I knocked him over. How dare I? On this side, very cool image of Grievous with his cape. I don't like that cape. I'll get into that later. And with his 4 lightsabers on a stand. And on the bottom here, you got some pictures from the movie. You have a bio in English. Let me zoom in on that bad boy. I may have to, hold on. Okay, so as you can see, we have a Japanese and an English bio for General Grievous. You got some pictures right there. General Grievous, General Grievous, General Grievous. A whole lot of General Grievous. And, you know, you got your front view, back view, and things and stuff. The eyes are really cool, and we'll get into that. Internal organs, which they won't look like that unless you paint it yourself. Lightsabers, and on the back is pretty much a whole lot of nothing, except for the barcode. And that's basically it for the packaging. So let's stand him up real quick, and moving... Oh, before we... Well, we'll go ahead and stand him up. Stand? You stand. Thank you. Before we get on to the figure, here's the instruction manual. Same really cool, menacing picture of the general right there. Images from the movie. You still have that bio right there, which is pretty cool. And on the back, you know, you have things and stuff and colors and decals, which I never used any of these decals. I didn't use the stickers, and I didn't use the water slides. I do want to learn how to do the water slides though, because I hear those are really neat. But here you have things and stuff about the trees, the parts, you know, and this is actually like an actual booklet. Like, I'm very glad that it's finally a booklet. I don't know if Bandai's gonna keep doing this, but hey, Bandai, if you're watching this, keep doing this. Keep them as a booklet. I don't like the fold-out roadmap thing, so please keep it as a booklet. Thank you. Anyway, we'll just put this off to the side. And here we have General Grievous, a figure that is really, really cool, and a figure of a character that I've been wanting. Now, here's the thing. Hasbro has announced that they will be doing a General Grievous, which is awesome, but I got impatient, so I was like, I'm going all in on this guy. Actually, I got him for Christmas from my dad. Thanks, Dad, if you're watching this. I don't know if he is, but, you know, if you are, thank you. He's awesome. Hold on, let me pause this so I can get a better focus in on him. Okay, so, but yeah, I got this for Christmas, and, actually, it's funny, right after Christmas, I came down with the flu. Yeah, not fun at all. But I got to working on this guy, and I think he turned out pretty good. I have to give some credit to Ian Clark on Instagram, aka IC Model Kits and Sculpts on YouTube. He is amazing at, you know, not really making, but building Bandai model kits, and painting them up and making them look really good. And he did a Bomb Squad clone trooper from the Clone Wars with a clone trooper Bandai Model Kit, which is awesome. I'll put a link to his channel in the description down below, so if you want, check him out. But anyway, what I did was I basically took his inspiration and I outlined the eyes in red to make them kind of bloodshot and like he just hardly gets any sleep and all that kind of stuff. And then for the eyelids, I went with a black wash. And then because I was sick, I had my mom do it, but she basically sprayed the eyes with a gloss coat, which is awesome. It really does make the eyes pop. And I did paint his esophagus, like Icy Model Kits and Sculpts said, or Ian. I'm just gonna say Ian. Like Ian said, I painted his esophagus, which it's funny. I hate blood and guts and gore, but when it comes to Grievous, it didn't faze me at all. I don't know if it was because I was sick or what, but it's really funny. It really is funny. I'm not joking. It really is funny. And if you knew, like, some of my friends, they would tell you, oh yeah, this guy's a wimp when it comes to the head stuff. But yeah, and I just, did like some black. I basically did a black wash on the creamish white colored parts, and then on the gunmetal gray, I pretty much just did a silver wash. And I picked out some of the details, like the silver on above his elbows, the the silver on his thighs, that kind of thing. But yeah, for the most part, and I'm just gonna pop his arms off, or one arm off, to show you this. If I can. I don't want to break it. Hold on. Come on. There we go. I wanted to show you his internal organs that I painted. I'm only going to show you one side because, it's the same. But I didn't do a perfect job because, honestly, it's going to be inside him. All I wanted to do was paint them and not really care anymore. I probably should have put a gloss coat on them, but, oh well. But, yeah, I think that turned out pretty nice, and, let me get this back on. Oh, come on. There we go. Just do that, and pop his arm on. And, yeah, the rest of him, it's just, black and silver wash. That's basically what it is. There's his Grievous butt. I don't know why I said that. I don't know. I'm sorry. But, yeah. And this is how he looks all hunched over. And, as far as his articulation goes, his head is on a ball joint, but you have to, and this was extremely loose, but I tightened it with some fingernail glue, like what girls use for their nails. But I tightened it, and now it's a bit stiffer, and it doesn't really feel like it's going to break. Like, I think I applied enough where it's tight enough, but it's not really going to break. But, yeah, you can get him looking side to side. You can get him to look down a little, well, barely down. And you can get him to look up pretty good, so, it's very cool that they engineered that. I really do like that. The shoulders are on a ball joint, so you can get a bit of a butterfly motion. You can go outward that far, down that far, and you got your rotation. The elbows for the linked arms are really cool. The top elbow joint is on a slider, so, you didn't see it, so it slides in as you bend the elbow. It kind of gets stuck, but, it's just something you have to watch out for. But, yeah, it's really cool how they engineered that. I really do like that. That is neat. I doubt Hasbro would be able to do that because I mean, I'm not going to give Hasbro any crap because they do make good figures and everything. It's just sometimes I feel like they don't really think about everything, or maybe they do and I'm just dumb because, you know, they have a budget and everything. I don't know. Anyway, the wrists are actually on ball joints, which is really, really cool. It's funny. I thought it was just on a swivel, and then it started moving around like this, and I'm like, how's that possible? And then, because I thought the peg was rounded off or something, when I made the hand go like this instead of just rotating it, and then I popped the hand off and there's a tiny little ball joint in there, so that's really cool. I do want to make interchangeable hands for this guy for both linked and unlinked arms, so I'll see what I can do with my 3D printer on that. The torso is on a ball joint. You can get him crunching back. Let me zoom out a little. You could get him to crunch back that far, forward more, and then you got a little bit of pivot, and you got your rotation. So there you have that. The hips can move forward. They're on a ball joint, so they can move forward that much, back that much. They can move. They can't move out a lot, but, you know, he's a cyborg. He's not gonna, you know, and then you can kind of rotate the leg on the ball. He's not gonna get that much outward movement, just to the just to the fact that, you know, it's the sculpting work and everything. So, but you got a double jointed knee, which gets you down that far, and it's not extended, like his legs aren't extended all the way. I do have him in kind of a hunched over kind of stance, but when we get to the comparisons, I'll show you the more you know, standing tall kind of pose, and then you get a little hinge on this secondary ankle, I guess, like, yeah, that much down, that much up, and then the ankles are on ball joints. So yeah, all in all, this guy is so poseable, and it's awesome. And he does have interchangeable arms. And we'll get to that in a moment. And they do have more or less the same articulation. It's hard to tell. Like, you don't have the ball joint in the wrists like the linked arms, because, you know, that would require like the most that would require the smallest ball joint in existence, and I think that's already on the linked arm wrists. So yeah, but you know what? I forgot a height comparison. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So for comparison, here he is with Black Series Darth Vader, and you may be wondering, hey, why isn't the cape laying right? Well, I put a wire. Excuse me, sorry, I had to run, but I basically put a wire in the cape so that it's posable now. I may give him a new cape, I don't know. I may get a second Darth Vader to have a non-posable cape, I don't know yet. Yeah, and kind of sort of, I'll be honest, I'm kind of sort of stalling because I do need to get more comparisons out. Sorry. I was not prepared for today. I accidentally slept in, and now I'm kind of in a hurry to get this review done, and then I gotta get one more review after this done, and then I'll be satisfied, and I can upload them, and all that kind of stuff. So, that is my dilemma. And I had an alarm set, but it was just a alarm. It wasn't two like I usually set. I forgot to set my 8 o'clock alarm, and my 9 o'clock alarm went off, and I didn't get up because I was like, another hour, please. And apparently, it was a little over an hour. Me and my stupid brain. Anyway, trying to get him to stand. Alright. Come on. Okay, so, I mean, you know what, I'll just get a group shot here, that way, you know, I can just extend his legs and then move on to the actual unlinked arms. Yeah, here he is with Black Series Darth Vader, Black Series K2SO, stand K2. K2 has a hard time standing. Here he is with SH Figure Arts Harley Quinn. Right here, and the holster, the blast, the pistol, and the rifle are custom, which I'll touch on a video talking about customs that I've done and modifications I've done and all that kind of stuff. So be sure to look out for that. And here he is with, oh, yeah, you know what, you just lean on him. There he is with Joker, the suit version. And here he is with R2-D2, because they've seen each other in the Clone Wars. And again, just because here he is with Spider-Man, who doesn't like to stand because one of his toes has some weird kind of, not really mold flash, but it's something. And then here he is with a, this is the SH Figure Arts Battle Droid, but it's a prototype. And again, for the hell of it, because I don't think even in my fan fictions they met, but you know, we'll just bring her in because she's so tiny. Here he is with Tracer. And yeah, so you can see he's bigger than all of these, like Spider-Man, R2, Tracer, Harley, and Joker. He's not that much bigger than the Battle Droid, as you can see. And then he's a little bigger, hunched over Darth Vader. When he's hunched over, he's a little bigger than Darth Vader, but he's smaller than K2. But we can just extend his legs, bend that down, and you get a freakishly tall and a very lanky General Grievous. And stand Tracer. Thank you. And yeah, like this guy, oh my god, like when I put the legs on him, I was like, oh my god, this thing is huge. And he is. And I thought he was going to be bigger than K2 with his legs fully extended. And, well, yeah, he is. With his legs fully extended, he is bigger than K2. So, there you go. So, there you have that. Review this sometime in the near future. But there you have that. There you have that. And that. And that. And this. And that. And that. So, oh, he fell over. Let me get Vader out of the shot. There we go. So, if the droid general will stand, Yes, I do have 3 of the original SH Figure Arts Battle Droids, but they're packed away and I'm too lazy to get them out, and plus I'm on a time crunch. Oh, let me talk about the cape real quick though. I hate this thing. Like, it was a pain in the... it was a freaking pain and you can see I'm trying not to curse because cursing is bad. But this thing is it was such a pain. I wanted to rip my face off. And you can see why, because I had to like feed these in feed the flaps with the holes in there and then peg it all together, and sometimes it would this weird material would get caught, and it just I hate it. And here's how it looks on his shoulders, by the way, if I can get it on without screwing anything up. There you go. I hate it. So I'm going to, with the help of my mom, because she's pretty good at sewing, I'm going to make him a new cape, and I think I'm going to make it posable. I think I'm going to put a wire in it and make him a posable cape. So, I don't know how bulky it'll be. I hope it won't be too bulky, but, you know, I guess I'll know when the time comes to give him a brand new cape. And yes, and just to let you know, no, it does not have the Grievous logo on the back for some reason, and but on my cape, he will definitely have the Grievous logo. So yeah, so there you have that, and we will just rip his arms out. And this one likes to stay in, and the arm likes to pop off this ball joint. But it's easy just to tug it. Just be careful of your fingernail, and just pop this back in real quick. And I know the lightsabers really don't match the designs on the box, but honestly, I don't care because, well, one of them does. Like, the very Vader-esque hilt right here does look like the box art, but this one and then these two do not, because, you know, honestly, I did what I wanted to do, so, you know what, if you don't like it, sue me. Don't sue me, because suing me over different takes on different lightsaber hilts is dumb. And it was mostly a joke. But yeah, as you can see, you have the wrist swivel, but you don't have the, you know, the wobbling around kind of motion. Or not wobbling around, but, you know, the circular motion, just the rotation, which is fine. I mean, you know, honestly, for these arms, I understand. Like, I was bummed out at first, but then I really thought about it, and I was like, yeah, I understand now. But, because these were packed away, I did take the blades out, so let's just put the blades in, shall we? Let's. So, that one's not the right one for the Vader hilt. It's not really Vader's hilt, it's just, you know, it looks like it. But, here you have that. And since this one's out, we'll go ahead and port this in this hilt. And then we will take this blue one, and we will peg it in right here. Peg it in right here. There we go. And we will take this and peg it into here. So, yeah. Very, very cool. I do like this. And Bluefin is bringing in every Bandai model kit every Bandai Star Wars kit that was either made or is going to be made. It will take some time to get everything in, but like the Luke and Han in in Stormtrooper disguise model kits. Those are pretty cool. I'm not going to get them because I have no use for them. But hey, if you want them, you know, you have the opportunity to get them. And these kits are really fun to build, so I highly recommend you you give them a try, because these Bandai kits, they really are amazing. I mean, the details are as sharp as a tack, and oh, the hand split on me. Try. It's everything's sharp as a tack, and everything. I mean, you will have to paint it, but honestly, I think it's worth it because, I mean, like I keep repeating myself and sounding like a broken record. You know what? Let me. Okay. Like I said, everything is sharp as a tack. Everything isn't painted, but when you do paint it, it looks amazing. Not to say my Grievous looks amazing. I mean, I've seen better. But hey, if you think mine's really good, thank you. But yeah, and this was actually in my top. This was actually in my top 5 Star Wars figures for 2017. So that was cool. But yeah, I mean, the Bandai kits are awesome. I highly recommend checking them out. You know, give one a try. If you don't like it, then you don't have to ever build them again. But they are really cool, really fun to build. They have great articulation and posability, and they are just really, really nice to have on a shelf. And yes, they are fragile over your normal SH Figuarts and Hasbro, Black Series, and all those other kind of action figures, but I mean, they are so cool. And you can army build like the Stormtroopers, the Clone Troopers. The Battle Droid may be a bit harder because you can only get the Battle Droid with the STAP, but still, they are really, really amazing, and I highly recommend, you know, at least checking them out. So, yeah, as I try to get them to stand, so there is the Bandai Model Kit Star Wars 1/12 scaled General Grievous figure, and I will see you guys at the next video. That's the best I can do for now, because I would try to get that pose where he was, you know, that pose in Revenge of the Sith where he activates all his lightsabers and then he's walking towards Obi-Wan. I was trying to do that pose, but honestly, it's a bit hard. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna do another video today, and then I may do another. You know what? I may do another video or two today. I may just do one today after this. I don't know, but I'm sorry I haven't been uploading. You know, it's been crazy. So anyway, I'll see you in the next video.